distance. It's dumped by Benami. The leaders are winding up here. Daytona. The big one is out. Good evening, race fans, and welcome back to the Legacy Sports Cars Series here at the virtual Watkins Glen. I'm your host, James East with Team Goon Squad Broadcasting. Get ready to start this 45-minute feature event as let's see what our drivers are going to do out on track. Let's go ahead and run it through the grid. We've got Terry Crouch starting first, Nick Terrell starting second, Tim Junk starting third, Hunter Montalana starting fourth, Jack Forsey starting fifth, Jacob Leon starts sixth, DJ Weeks Jr. starting seventh, Finley Fitzsimmons starts eighth, Gareth McAllister starting 9th, Kai Dimmer starting 10th, Jimothy West starts 11th, Mark Proctor starts 12th, and then we've got Andrew Neri, Alex Penn starting 13th and 14th as we send the drivers out for their warm-up. Again, it is a 45-minute feature event here today, and we've seen drivers in the past have issues with consistency, but it's looking like a pretty packed house out here tonight. Now on the left side of your screen, that will be the current running order for different class drivers. We've got our Honda LMP2s, our Daytona prototypes, our GT1 machines, as well as an absolutely packed GT3 class out here tonight. 7 entries in the GT3 class. Open setups, inexpensive if not free cars, and some of the best racing you can find on a Saturday afternoon here at the Legacy Sports Cars Series. Going to be interesting to see what Crouch can do here. He's been a fast driver in everything he has touched, but Nick Terrell on the Taco Bell backed 81's out here and going to try and answer. Making their way around the long starting lap here at Watkins Glen. You've also got the track map pulled up for you in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, the red dots signifying different segments of the track. You can see what the drivers' splits are updating as they make their way around. Now, as soon as that iRacing safety car makes its way down pit road, your leaders in the LMP2s will be cleared hot to hold down wide. And then the green flag will also be shown to the drivers in the slower class machines. The Daytona prototype drivers look like they want to stay right there with the LMP2s, while the GT1s and the GT3s opt to hang back. But here we go, getting the party started. LMP2s making their way out. Daytona prototypes right in tow. Jacob Leon, DJ Weeks Jr. in our GT1s. And then a massive fleet of drivers in the GT3s making their way down, being led by Finley Fitzsimmons, the Brit. Got somebody off track there, not quite sure who that is. focus on our Daytona prototype drivers, Tim Jaunt, Hunter Monalanis. Looks like they were involved in some sort of incident together, both having a little bit of damage sporting on those Daytona prototype machines. This has allowed Jacob Leon and DJ Weeks Jr. in the slower GT1 class to make their way around. As we check back up front, Terry Crouch leading Nick Terrell by about 1.7 seconds here. It looks like the closest battle out on track is going to be our GT3 drivers, and my, what a battle it is. Fitzsimmons leads the field by about 2 seconds. Behind him, Kai Demarest, Gareth McAllister, Alex Penn, Timothy West, all in the mix here. Good to see so many GT3 drivers making their way out, putting on a show. As your overall race leaders in the Honda LMP2s make their way across the start-finish line. Penn in the Marlboro back Ferrari trying to get around McAllister and the very quick GT3 Ford, but that Ford has absolute legs out here today. Monalanis comes down pit road with some sort of issue. And our GT3 drivers running single file will continue the charge. Looks like West has a bit of a bobble behind Penn. And now McAllister stretching his legs once more, trying to get up to Demarest and the number 10 machine. That Ford so extremely quick, all over the back bumper of Demarest's Ferrari. This will be the battle for second in class for the GT3s, as I believe Andrew Neri in the pink Barbie car, he has some sort of issue, finds himself pointing the wrong direction here. And what a great shot, showing just how far ahead Fitzsimmons has pulled ahead of Demarest and McAllister, as well as Alex Penn. A three-car battle for second in the GT3s. Hunter Monalanis is rolling out of pit road after a 50-second stop. Terry Crouch, your overall race leader, clicks off the fastest lap of the race with a 1:34.49. He's about 1.8 seconds ahead of second place in LMP2, as well as overall Nick Terrell. As it looks like Demarest's having a bit of breakaway as McAllister has Penn, West, and Proctor breathing down his neck for that third in class position. A little bit further ahead, it looks like Tim Jaunt getting back up to speed, going to try and get back through the GT1 class drivers in his Daytona prototype. Getting a little bit closer to DJ Weeks Jr., second in class, fifth overall. Waiting to see how Jaunt is going to make his way around the GT1. He goes to the left side of the track. Weeks hugs the inside line, maybe to allow the Daytona prototype driver by, but he doesn't want to lose too much time here. As Jaunt takes over the position, Crouch out front, still getting faster and faster. Meanwhile, quite a heated battle here for third in class in the GT3s. Alex Penn all over the Ford here. But McAllister, whenever he gets that motor spooled up in the straight lines, he's able to absolutely keep it hammered down. Penn looking for any way through the Ford that he can find. But McAllister's not going to make it easy, as he wants to catch back up to Demarest, the second place driver in our GT3 class. Fitzsimmons puts down the fastest GT3 lap, a 1:45.3. Let's see if Demarest can answer. No, he's going to be about 2 seconds off of the race leader's pace in this Premier GT3 class. As it looks like McAllister catching up to Demarest here. Let's see how much motor he's got in that thing. It's less than 2/10 down the straightaway. Who's going to have it into the chicane as they go side by side? Oh, it looks like McAllister getting ready to throw it in. Backs out of it. Demarest will live to fight another day into the bus stop. And Alex Penn in hot pursuit, currently 4th in class. Now we're expecting this to be a one-stop race for our drivers, just to come in and take fuel, barring any on-track shenanigans where they may have to hammer out some repairs. But so far, the GT3 class looking mighty lively as Jacob Leon, the race leader in GT1, for some reason comes down pit road. I'm wondering if he maybe left his qualifying setup on and was running the wrong amount of fuel to get things started. So DJ Weeks Jr. will take over the lead in GT1. As Fitzsimmons still leads our GT3 class. It's Weeks leading GT1, Forsey leading Daytona Prototype, and Crouch leading the LMP2 drivers as well as the overall. There goes McAllister, gets into Demarest. Or possibly Demarest came over there, maybe not realizing there was a car occupying that position, and now McAllister will drop back to 10th overall, 5th in class. Hopefully not sporting too much damage on the Ford. Now Demarest will once again have pressure from behind, this time from Jimothy West, looking for another podium. Demarest all over the track, or maybe more aptly to say, not all over the track, all over the grass. As West tries to make the move, looks like he will do so cleanly. McAllister with another big moment. Gets into Mark Proctor. Proctor goes upside down and miraculously lands on 4 wheels. Oh my goodness. So somehow, some way, Proctor and McAllister will keep rolling forward, but Proctor heavily damaged as now your race leader, Terry Crouch, trying to cut through the injured drivers of McAllister and Proctor. He's already made his way around Neri, running 12th in overall, 7th in GT3. Crouch will get yet another lap led as drivers starting to drop like flies. We're going to check in on Nick Terrell in the number 81 machine. Demarest makes his way down pit road. We're going to see if and when Proctor and McAllister join them. Yes, they will. So they will try and get those machines repaired. Uh-oh, DJ Weeks Jr. has problem in the Corvette. Your race leader in GT1. What an exciting night, as now Terry Crouch will be cutting through traffic once more. as he comes up on West in the 355 machine. West currently running 3rd in class, 8th overall. When will Crouch try and set this up? Got to be careful not to throw away your race getting involved with traffic. He's going to look down the inside. No, he's going to back out of it here to wait and see what West is going to do. Ooh, a little bit of tail lights there, as this has allowed Terrell to really close the gap. He's flashing his high beams. As your 2 overall race leaders will lap all the way through 8th place early on tonight. The field getting fairly spread out. Terry Crouch, Nick Terrell, 1.5 seconds apart from each other. More traffic for Crouch to contend with. I believe that's going to be Alex Penn, number 30 machine. Yes, it is, running 2nd in the GT3 class. Crouch gets around cleanly. Will Terrell be able to do the same? Penn takes a wide berth. As we get an update, Forsey finds himself pointing the wrong direction through the bus stop. Still running about 2 seconds ahead of Tim Jonk, though, so he's got that going well for him. As Crouch and Terrell still 1.2 seconds apart, they're about to catch up to McAllister. As what happened, Demarest finds himself in a precarious position. Having a rough go, as now he's got DJ Weeks Jr. about to put him another lap down from the GT1 class. Well done to Demarest for hopping well out of the way here. And soon, every class leader except for Weeks and Forsey will go a lap down. Finley, the Brit Fitzsimmons, prepares to get overtaken. Ooh, look at that. Terrell almost tags the outside wall. He'll lose a little bit of ground here, a couple tenths going into turn 1. But these 2 LMP2 drivers, as well as overall leaders, putting on a show here today at Watkins Glen. As you're on board with Terry Crouch, holding it wide and seeing what she can do. But low, we pan back to McAllister, who's just not having the luck he was needing. Now, he got second last season here at Watkins Glen, but has recently switched to the Ford, and you can tell that may be giving him all sorts of fits. As I believe he's going to pull over and pull into the pits and call it a day here. Still fairly early in, only a third of the way through today's main event. And drivers dropping quickly. Jacob Leon, Hunter Montelanis back to the holler. We believe McAllister may be out as well. Crouch and Terrell make their way around. I believe that's going to be Demarest. So it's going to be Proctor and McAllister joined the list of wounded machines in pit road. We'll see if they get back out there, if they're going to be done for the evening. On board with Terry Crouch, Lyson and Dyson through traffic once more, looking for a way by. And let's see how Terrell navigates the traffic. I believe that is Demarest just ahead. Yes, it is, running 5th in class, 10th overall. But not without his share of woes as well. I've got to say, this may be the fastest we've seen Terrell all week, or all season long, I should say. Good to see him come out and at least keep Crouch within striking distance. It'll be very interesting to see how the pit strategies play out. Now, normally our LMP2 drivers come in right at the halfway mark, while some of the other drivers will come in a little bit before. Some drivers, such as the GT3s, will stretch that fuel run out as long as they possibly can. It'll be interesting to see what Terrell can do here. Is he still 1.8 seconds back as they get ready to put DJ Weeks Jr. another lap down? Weeks leading our GT1 class tonight. Crouch and Terrell are going to have a whole lot of company as they are now making their way around Jimothy West, I believe. No, that looks like it's the Barbie machine of Andrew Neri just in front. Carrying the Barbie back to BMW, the 654 machine. Neri running 4th in class in the GT3s. Now this is interesting. Crouch's fastest lap time is a 1:34.16. Let's see what it updates to this time by. a 134.66, while Terrell has a 134.757. So fastest lap time is still Crouch with a 134.16. Terrell's fastest lap, a 134.25. So both drivers, very similar on pace and ability here today. Crouch not having too many problems. As you look at the bottom right hand of your screen, he's got a relatively good chance of open track ahead of him. But Terrell staying relatively close, still within 2.25 seconds of your race leader. Tim Jonk will be one of the first drivers to come down pit road for a green flag stop, as he is one lap behind Jack Forsey, who's leading the Daytona prototypes here today. When are we going to see Crouch and Terrell come down pit road? As now Crouch getting on the throttle, 134 flat, 4/10 faster than Terrell. The fuel's starting to get low in the number 26 LMP2 that's sitting proudly on top of the leaderboard. And my oh my, Crouch absolutely hucking it through the chicane as he gets ready to put West another lap down. West running third in the 355 Ferrari. And let's see how Terrell gets through traffic here, as our slower class cars, knowing their lap down, should do their best to yield the line to the race leaders. And yes, Terrell's going to get by nice and easy. Not getting held up too much there. So now Terrell will come down pit road first, while Crouch opts to stay out. So Crouch, his last lap is about 4/10 slower than his fastest lap, but that can very well be attributed to traffic out on the course. He's got, I believe that's going to be Alex Penn just ahead of him, and I can't tell the other lapped car who it may be that's right around Penn. We can check in on P and see who that may be. That was Demarest. Oh my goodness, Crouch just barely gets through there, as Demarest, blocking the track in that Ferrari, gets it going, but the entire front end absolutely mangled on that machine, and Crouch going to take that as an opportunity to breathe and be thankful here that he wasn't tied up in that. So let's see how this is going to shake things up. Jack Forsey also down pit road. Where will Terrell be out on track once Crouch leaves his stall? Crouch starts rolling out of pit road. How's it going to shake up here? Airy comes down pit road for his first planned stop. So it looks like Crouch will be 4.5 seconds ahead of Terrell. So let's pan back to Terry Crouch, your race leader. And he's got a lot of traffic to make his way around as he slings it in next to West. As now we're about to watch a clinic of traffic management from Terry Crouch. As drivers too wide in front of him here. But Crouch, quite the veteran, is not going to do anything too risky here to make his way. Going to pick and choose his spots, but that's going to allow Nick Terrell to catch up. But that being said, Terrell also has to battle the traffic tonight here at Watkins Glen as well. So traffic kind of being equal amongst all the competitors as they make their way up the hill. That's Jack Forsey, number 74 machine, just ahead of your overall race leader. Crouch makes his way around nice and easy and sends it in deep into turn one here at Watkins Glen, the new and improved Watkins Glen. West running third in the GT3 class comes down pit road for his scheduled stop late in the race. Only about 15 minutes to go for these drivers. As Crouch continuously making his way around traffic. That is Finley Fitzsimmons now showing second after his lap 15 stop. Your GT3 class leader, Alex Penn, has yet to come down pit road yet, so we may see a battle form up in that class as well. As Proctor in the number 11 machine also leaves pit road after almost 14 minutes in his stall. So good for him having the attrition to get back out there, try and salvage some points, but that poor Ferrari looking a little bit worse than wear. Alex Penn, your GT3 class leader, comes down pit road. always love listening to those Corvettes make their way around. Such a unique and spectacular machine. Forsey still leads the Daytona prototype class by almost a full lap, caught about a half lap here at this point over Tim Jonk. As right now it is Jacob Leon, Hunter Monalanis who have retired from this event. McAllister still in his pit stall after 16 minutes of repairs in a 45-minute event. That is quite an excruciatingly long time to find yourself trying to fix those machines, but McAllister is in the points here for the Legacy Sports Car Series GT3 class. As we check back in with your race leader, Terry Crouch, clicking off laps, knowing he's only got about 13 minutes left to go here. And a comfortable 3.5-second lead, but it looks like Terrell was able to close some ground there. Coming to the bus stop here at Watkins Glen as both drivers slicing and dicing through traffic. Right now it's Crouch still leading the LMP2 Class 4. He's leading Daytona Prototype. Weeks leading the GTA 1, and Fitzsimmons leading our GT3 class. As you can tell from the track map on the bottom right, the field pretty scattered at this point except for Crouch and Terrell, who still remain within eyesight of each other. Crouch came in on lap 16, Terrell on lap 15. As Crouch once again slicing through traffic, that is the number 11 of Proctor, who we saw with that spectacular flip just earlier on. And now Nick Terrell's going to try and make his way around the wounded number 11 Ferrari. Trying not to lose any time here, trying to keep Terrell within some form of striking distance. Terrell making a quick work of the Ferrari pilot. And gaining about a 1/10 of a second while he does so. Well, what's going on with Tim Jonk? Another driver losing the rear end on that sharp uphill left-hander. Looks like he kept it out of the wall though, and thankfully didn't have any traffic close behind. Crouch getting ready to make his way around West once more. West running third in the GT3 class. As let's see how this pans out going into turn one. Crouch giving West the business with the high beam, saying, look out, I'm coming. There's a race for the lead here, and you are not in it. GT3 driver holds left while Crouch goes right. You can expect to see West to try and pick up the draft here of the much faster LMP2 machine. But here comes Terrell as well in the number 81. Terrell's going to swing around the outside and make it very, very clean. Now within 2.5 seconds of the race leader. Terrell finding some momentum, finding some time. That last time by, he was about a half second faster than Terry Crouch, leading the overall. Oh, Terrell really gaining some ground here. Crouch seems to be slowing down. Now, for the first time in a long time, it is less than 2 seconds. Terrell running over a 1.4 seconds faster that last time by. It was Crouch with almost a 134 flat. Terrell with a 134.5. We've got a race forming up with about 8 minutes left to go. Still, the current closest battle out on track is Terry Crouch leading the overall as well as the class of the LMP2s. As Forsey still leading Daytona Prototype, Weeks leading the GT1, and Fitzsimmons very comfortably out front in the GT3 class. Last time by, both Crouch and Terrell were both in the 134.5, so Crouch getting back on the throttle despite whatever problems he was having just a few short laps ago, as he will be soon catching up to Tim Junk in the Daytona Prototype. Junk running second in class, making his way around the carousel. Crouch right behind Junk here, makes his move on the inside line, does so quite smoothly. Terrell also making his way around the Daytona Prototype driver just ahead of Crouch. Will be DJ Weeks Jr. in the 997 machine. Crouch passing up the uphill. No, that was a GT3 class Crouch just made his way around. Somebody else, unfortunately, a lap down. So Weeks still just ahead of the overall leader. And he also has Alex Penn running second in the GT3 class just ahead. Oh, traffic is quite intense out here late in the race. Only less than 4 minutes left to go. as our LMP2 drivers slicing through traffic. Alex Penn finds himself in between two drivers battling for the lead. Terrell dives it up the inside line. Along the GT3 driver makes the pass and gains the spot nice and easy. Holding on to within striking distance, less than a second separates Nick Terrell from Terry Crouch. We get a word that Mark Proctor has retired from this event, and he will have to settle for 6th in class, 11th overall, as McAllister will not be able to get back out on track and regain those 5 laps. So now, Crouch, for the first time in a long time, has Terrell breathing down his neck. Terrell was a whopping 1 second faster than the overall race leader that last time by. Oh! And Terry Crouch lets the smoke out of the motor. Your overall race leader has blown his engine. And the LMP2, with less than 3 minutes to go, Crouch will be forced to retire here. Oh my goodness. So Crouch will slow to a stop as drivers make their way around the now mortally wounded number 26 machine. Absolute heartbreak. Nick Terrell will inherit the race lead with just a couple of short minutes left. Crouch returns to pit road. Absolute heartbreak for the number 26 Honda LMP2 driver. So barring any sort of mistakes or misfortune, Nick Terrell is looking good to bring home his first race win of the season. And I believe the checkered may be out in time for Nick Terrell as he makes his way through NASCAR turns 6 and 7. Yes, Nick Terrell will bring home the win here at Watkins Glen, his first win of the season, after Terry Crouch had horrific misfortune there and just awful, dreadful luck. As we pull up the overall results, it's Nick Terrell, Jack Forsey, Terry Crouch, our top 3. Forsey winning the Daytona Prototype class, DJ Weeks Jr. winning our GT1 class, and Finley the Brit Fitzsimmons leading the winning, I should say, the GT3 class with 6 overall. As always, on behalf of the Legacy Sports Car Series as well as Team Goon Squad Broadcasting, thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Have a great night, everyone.